Even if you swallow a high-potency multivitamin every morning to cover your nutritional gaps, boost your immunity, and feel more energetic, your cells can still be starving for nutrients. Doctors and biochemists constantly repeat that a daily multivitamin is your insurance policy against disease. But that is not the whole truth. The most important thing you need is not just a pill with 50 ingredients, but the proper biological environment to unlock them. And here is the shocking thing most adults don't know. Even if you take the most expensive whole food multivitamin without this catalyst, the tablet often remains rock hard. It does not dissolve in time to be absorbed. Instead of nourishing your organs, it travels through your digestive tract completely intact, ending up in the sewage system. Most people make the mistake of trusting the label claims, thinking they are protected, but ignoring the key component needed for breaking down the compressed pill. That is why in this video, I will tell you about 2 forgotten additions to your meal that literally force your multivitamin to release its payload into your bloodstream. I'll start with the most essential dietary rule. Then I'll reveal the absolute best activator, which acts like a breakdown crew for the tablet binders. I will also tell you about 3 foods or habits you should never combine with your multivitamin if you want to stop wasting money and start feeling real energy after age 50. Subscribe right away if you haven't already. Let's begin. Number 1 is healthy fats. A typical multivitamin contains vitamins A, D, E, and K. These are fat-soluble nutrients. This means they are chemically incapable of dissolving in water. If you swallow your multivitamin with a glass of water and dry toast or black coffee, absorption of these critical vitamins is near zero. They simply slide right through you. But here's what most people don't know. You don't need a heavy meal. You just need a specific fat carrier. Avocado or eggs are the perfect vehicle. These foods provide the lipid base that encapsulates the vitamins, carrying them across the intestinal wall. A study from Iowa State University showed that adding just 3 eggs to a salad increased the absorption of carotenoids and vitamin E by up to 9-fold. However, there is a trap. If you use cheap vegetable oils like soybean or corn oil, the inflammation they cause can damage the gut lining, blocking absorption. You must use healthy, stable fats like olive oil or butter to get the benefit. However, if you only eat fat, you may still not get the maximum benefit if you don't add the next source, which works in perfect cooperation to physically dismantle the pill. Number 2 is apple cider vinegar or lemon water. As we age, our stomach acid naturally becomes weaker. Most multivitamins are compressed into hard tablets using binders and fillers that require strong acid to break down. Without sufficient acidity, the pill may only partially dissolve. Here is the science. Vinegar contains acetic acid, which lowers the pH of your stomach, signaling your digestion to wake up. It creates the aggressive environment needed to strip the minerals from their carriers. What's astounding is that many seniors diagnosed with malabsorption are simply suffering from low stomach acid. By taking your multivitamin with a glass of water mixed with 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, you ensure the tablet disintegrates completely before it leaves your stomach. To start using this, always use a straw to protect your tooth enamel. Here's the secret. When you combine healthy fats for transport and natural acid for breakdown with a high-quality multivitamin, you create a bioavailability machine. The acid unlocks the nutrients. The fat carries them in. Without both, the pill is just a pebble in your gut. However, consuming your expensive vitamins will be useless for your body if you combine them with the next 3 things. The last one is a habit almost everyone does immediately after breakfast. In fact, it can actively flush the water-soluble vitamins out of your body before you use them. After analyzing interaction data and consulting with pharmacists, I have identified the 3 most dangerous combinations adults must avoid. Number 1 is thyroid medication. If you take levothyroxine or similar drugs for your thyroid, listen closely. Multivitamins almost always contain calcium and iron. These two minerals are notorious for binding to thyroid medication in the stomach, rendering the drug useless. A study published in the journal Thyroid showed that calcium carbonate alone can reduce the absorption of the hormone by 20%. But here's the shocking part. This leads to fluctuating TSH levels, causing fatigue and weight gain, the very symptoms you might be taking the vitamins to fight. I'll never forget treating Alice, a 55-year-old woman who felt sluggish despite medication. She was taking her thyroid pill and her multivitamin at the same time. Once she separated them by 4 hours, her energy returned. Number 2 is fiber supplements. Many people take psyllium husk or fiber powder in the morning to stay regular. But fiber acts like a sponge. It doesn't discriminate between toxins and nutrients. If you take your multivitamin with a fiber drink, the fiber can trap the vitamins within its matrix and sweep them out of your body. It acts as a physical barrier to the intestinal wall. Studies show that high fiber intake at the same time as minerals can significantly reduce the absorption of zinc, iron, and calcium. I treated Mark, who was taking a high-potency multi but still had low zinc levels. He was washing his pill down with a fiber shake. Number 3 is coffee or tea. If you think that's harmless, wait for the reality check. The final habit that destroys your vitamin investment is washing down your pill with your morning caffeine. Caffeine is a mild diuretic which speeds up fluid loss. Since B vitamins and vitamin C are water-soluble, they can be flushed out by your kidneys before your cells have a chance to grab them. Furthermore, the tannins in coffee and tea bind to minerals, turning them into insoluble compounds. A study showed that drinking coffee with a meal reduced iron absorption by 39%. You are literally dehydrating your nutrient reserves. I remember treating Sarah, a busy lawyer who lived on coffee and vitamins. Her B12 levels remained low until she started taking her multi with lunch instead of her morning coffee. Now that you know about these 3 dangerous combinations, I have a question for you. Do you take your multivitamin with coffee or water? Write in the comments. If you are serious about getting the most out of your supplements, I've created a 7-day nutrient absorption meal plan. You'll find the link in the description. But there's something even more exciting. Tomorrow, I will reveal a secret about a common berry that can double the stem cell production in your bone marrow. I can only share this information with my subscribers first. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Believe me, this secret will shock you. See you soon.